Hello everyone, back with another haul video. So this is all things I picked up in CEX. I say yesterday, I'm recording this on a Monday. Probably won't upload it for a few days just so I don't sort of bombard people with too much content, as I know it's hard to keep up. I've been uploading quite a few things recently. Traded in, well, I say one thing worth £4, so didn't take too much off the bill. But yeah, spent quite a lot, I'd say this month in the last couple of paydays, although I do get my bonus from work soon, so sort of money I've got to spend. But yeah, I have spent a lot, so shouldn't be buying anything now till I get paid again in just under 3 weeks. Couple of upgrades, some sort of new stuff I've been looking out for, and then some sort of, I wouldn't say blind buys, but stuff that's been on radar but I don't know too much about, and then some recommendations or things fellow YouTubers have spoke about it on their channel, so I'll get to them as I show them. So first of all, I've got Black Death, £1 on Blu-ray, directed by Christopher Smith, that does Severance, Creep and Triangle. One of my favourite British directors, but yeah, definitely top two favourite British horror directors, him and Neil Marshall, that does The Descent and Dog Soldiers. Starring Sean Bean, won't tell you if he dies in it or not, but you can probably guess. 2010. Have seen this, yeah, once. I've got it on DVD, but yeah, I thought for £1, be nice to upgrade it onto Blu-ray, and then I can pass the DVD on. I don't think the DVD's worth much, probably give me 10p if that, exchange rate in CEX, so I won't bother. But yeah, kind of like a creepy medieval film with some sort of witchcraft elements going on. It's only a 15, contains strong violence, but yeah, I found it quite haunting, a few bits of it. Yeah, happy to find that in CEX. I think I did check the disc, and yeah, it looks in good condition. Right, where should I move? I'll move them over this side this time, so I've still got stuff over there. This one, if you watched my recent watches video, where I showed Suicide Club, I think it's called in England, by Sion Sono. This is another Sion Sono. I did mention it, but I couldn't remember the actual name, but it's Prisoners of the Ghostland, starring Nicolas Cage, directed by Sion Sono. It's a 15, strong bloody violence, language, sexual threat and brief nudity, 103 minutes from 2021, so quite recent. But yeah, really like the artwork. A lot of Nicolas Cage's more recent films, like Mandy, Willy's Wonderland, Pig, I've really enjoyed. I think for a while, Nicolas Cage, I think where he was low on money or going bankrupt, he was in a load of real crap stuff. I mean, the Wicker Man remake, if anyone's seen that, Season of the Witch. I think there was one called, when The Walking Dead came out, it was called like The Running Dead or something. But yeah, he seemed to be in some real sort of straight to DVD kind of crap. Whereas, yeah, more recently he's getting really back on track. There's another one I can't remember the name of I want to see with Nicolas Cage that came out of the cinema quite recently. But yeah, it says, in the treacherous frontier city of Samurai Town, a ruthless bank robber, played by Nicolas Cage, is sprung from jail by a wealthy warlord. The governor, played by Bill Moseley, you probably know from Devil's Rejects and things, whose adopted granddaughter Bernice, played by Sophia Boutella. I think she came to fame in Gaspar Noé's Climax. I think she was really a dancer first, but now she's a really good actress. Has run away, strapped into a leather suit that will self-destruct within 5 days if he doesn't find the missing girl. The bandit sets off on a journey to find the young woman and his own path to redemption. So yeah, I mean, seems interesting, and the fact is Nicolas Cage with Sion Sono, who's done some really messed up Japanese films in the past. Don't know if it's his first, but yeah, obviously it's an English language film by Sion Sono, which is quite rare. So yeah, only £6, so I was happy to pay that for that one. Sounds interesting. This one I have had on DVD, found in the charity shop a while ago when I was out hunting with Ollie from Ollie Loves Film. DVD looked interesting, just because it's directed by Gary Oldman. I didn't really know he'd done films, so I was happy to upgrade it onto Blu-ray. But yeah, especially it's got this nice BFI box set edition of Nail by Mouth. Comes with like a book, then the case I think has got two discs in, Blu-ray, and then a special features. Oh, sorry, the main film and the special features both on Blu-ray. Sometimes they do the special features on like DVD. Yeah, I've not seen this one yet, but when I was buying it, there was a guy in CEX was queuing up, and he was like, "Oh, that's a really rough watch." And I was like, what sort of violence? He's like, no, really sad. Then he said it's got Layla Morse in it. And I was like, yeah, isn't that Gary Oldman's sister who played Big Mo, was she called in EastEnders? I think she was in the Celebrity Get Me Out of Here in the Jungle once. But yeah, I heard really good things about this. I think Ollie and Sammy from Sammy G's World of Cinema both said this is a good one. So yeah, I thought £12, quite good value for one of these big sort of BFI boxes. There's a lot of them are out of print. I've got like 7 Samurai, Kronos and Watership Down on these kind of boxes. So another nice one to add to the collection. So yeah, Gary Oldman, one of my favourite actors ever. So it'll be interesting to see what his directorial skills are like. But heard good things. Obviously, I've just started buying them because they were good films. But I've now kind of got enough of these premium collection to... At the moment, I've got them all kind of mixed in with the normal films. Whereas I think I'm going to put them all on their own shelf. Now I must have like 12 or more of them. Is the Yakuza. So yeah, really nice condition box. Obviously, I don't really tend to buy them if they don't have the slipcase on them. With other things, I'm not too bothered depending on the label. But yeah, I think with this premium, this kind of nice silver slipcase kind of makes it. Still got all the artwork, postcards in there, not even opened. I don't usually open them myself. 2 discs. Blu-ray and DVD. All right, let me swap them. It's hurting my OCD. Somebody's got the DVD in before the Blu-ray. Yeah, I'll always have the sort of better version first when you open it. So whether it's 4K then Blu-ray or Blu-ray then DVD. Yeah, not really heard too much about this. I think it's maybe one that Roy Barrett from Blu-ray Movies has spoke about. Kind of looked like it was going to be like a Japanese film, but it's actually directed by Sidney Pollock, who I have watched something else by recently, but I can't remember what. Might have been Looker. Yeah, I think Roy and Stuart from Stuart George's Home Movies are big fans of Sidney Pollock as a director. Can I find 112 minutes, 15, contains strong violence and 1 use of strong language. A man never forgets, a man pays his debts. Yeah, looks an interesting one, not just to have it in the collection on this Warner, I always say Warner, premium collection. But yeah, £8 I thought was a good price for it in such nice condition. Yeah, I think the only one I've got picked up just because it was cheap that hasn't got the slipcase is this Sam Peckinpah film, The Ballad of Cable Hogue. But yeah, they just don't look as good, do they, without their little silver slipcase on. The Yakuza, yeah, looking forward to watching that. Does seem an interesting one. This one, another upgrade. Coincidentally, we was only speaking about it, I think, the day before on the group, and I said it was one of my favourite sort of modern horror. I say modern, it's probably 20 years old now. 2012, only 13 years old. Yeah, when it kind of started, I know people that weren't enjoying it, where they were like, this has just got all the tropes of these kind of similar horror films, but then halfway through kind of subverts all the expectations. So it builds it up and you're like, oh, this is kind of an Evil Dead rip-off with very, what's the word? Not generic, but like cookie cutter characters. You've got like the jock, the kind of stoner, the sort of virgin girl, the kind of outgoing girl, the sort of strong guy. But yeah, it really flips it all on its head and changes it in a way you kind of really can't see coming. I think it's Chris Hemsworth's debut film. I think Ollie said this and 4 he sort of did in the same year, so it was kind of his like breakout year. Directed by Drew Goddard. Not sure he's done anything else, but yeah, I thought for £2, already have it on DVD, so I'll be moving the DVD on. I don't think the DVD's worth much, but yeah, I was happy to pay that for an upgrade of, in my opinion, one of the best sort of, or at least original modern horror films in the last 20 years. I really like the bit, without spoiling it, near the end when you find out the sort of what's going on behind the scenes. Richard Jenkins really good in that bit. Cabin in the Woods, yeah, one of my favourites. This one I haven't seen. I remember it was out on DVD years ago when I was collecting a lot of the Tartan Asia Extreme. Really interested me because it's by Shinya Tsukamoto, one of my favourite Japanese directors. He does Tetsuo 1 and 2. Tetsuo, one of my favourite films, absolutely bizarre, surreal editing, hyper-realistic stop-motion nightmare in black and white. I'd say imagine Eraserhead on psychoactive drugs, and that's probably... Not that I've taken psychoactive drugs, but I imagine that's what it'd be like. He also directed A Snake of June, Vital, and then Bullets Ballet. It was showing at £8 on the website, but made sure they put it through at £6. Contains strong violence and hard drug use. It is kind of black and white, but that is, I mean, A Snake of June, Tetsuo 1, I think a few of his others that I don't have. a sort of black and white, so that's kind of par for the course for Shinya Tsukamoto. He does star in it himself. Yeah, don't really know too much. I mean, by bullet ballet, I'm assuming it's kind of gunfighting, but done in a certain way where it's choreographed to look, what's the word, like a ballet? I don't know too much about it. I mean, I just buy his films on sight because I find him an interesting director. Yeah, none of his films are really horror, but they're all quite disturbing and twisted. How long's this going on for? Yeah, I won't read out all the backs. It'll take a while, but anybody interested in Japanese cinema or Shinya Tsukamoto in general, I'm sure you might be able to tell me a bit more about what you thought of this. Quite surprised it's only a 15 because most of this stuff's an 18 and has sort of quite strong sexual content in a lot of it. This one I've been looking for quite a long time. When they had the 2 for 15 sale going on Indicator, HMV and stuff, it's just one they never seem to have in there, is the new Centurions. So it's George C. Scott, one of my favourite actors ever, trying to get, well, I say all of his films, but at least all of his films on Indicator. So obviously you've got the new Centurions. I've got Day of the Dolphin on Indicator by him. I've got Hardcore, really good film that Roy Barrett praised recently from Blue Roy Movies. There is another one by him, might be like Red, White and Blue, I think it's called, which I never really see around, directed by Richard Fleischer. Can't think off the top of my head what he's done, but I know I've got other films by him, maybe on Indicator, and showed them recently. Disc in really good condition. But yeah, £8, pretty good. I mean, it works out $7.50 if it was in the 2 for 15. I think it's out of print when I was looking on like CEX and things. Don't really see it around too often. So quite happy. Yeah, Stacey Keach. Also in that Death Row that I watched, which was quite a bad film on DVD. Sort of funny with Jake Busey. And then he's got a better role in American History X. He plays like the gang leader, sort of recruiter, quite a horrible bastard in it. Yeah, I think this is like a cop. I mean, obviously these indicators never really have much of a synopsis on the back, but just says a picture about cops by a cop is back to blast the screen. 103 minutes from 1972. But yeah, I'll watch anything with George C. Scott. Obviously the aforementioned indicators I've seen so far are good. Love Exorcist 3, he's brilliant in that. Really enjoy The Changeling with him in. But yeah, I've only seen about 7 films with him in, but can't say I've seen a bad one. So trying to get a lot more of his discography, because yeah, big fan of him. This one I do have on DVD. I know Ollie said, what was it? He said this is like a reference quality for a 4K. I've only managed to get it on the Blu-ray, but yeah, from the DVD, which I found, I think, 2 or 3 for £1 in the pound shop. Happy to pay £1 for Everest. So yeah, I heard it's a really good sort of biopic, adventure film, obviously set in on Everest, directed by Baltasar Kormaker, starring Jason Clarke. Was he in it? No, I'm thinking of Jason Isaac, sorry, I was going to say in Event Horizon. Jake Gyllenhaal, one of my favourite actors. I think it's got an all-star cast. Yeah, Jason Clarke, Josh Brolin, John Hawkes, Robin Wright, Sam Worthington, Keira Knightley, Emily Watson, and Jake Gyllenhaal, based on the incredible true story. But yeah, I find films set in the snow and kind of adventure films really interesting. So yeah, for £1, I was happy to upgrade that from DVD onto Blu-ray. A bit like Marcus said in his videos, I don't know if it's a dust off of these things where I'm agitating the collection to get hold of some of these, or just a coincidence. But yeah, I just always get an itchy nose when I'm recording YouTube videos. So I won't itch my nose all day, and then the minute the camera's on, it starts itching. This one I've been looking for a while. Said they had it in my Bristol CEX a few times. Went there and just couldn't find it. Don't know if the case had been stolen by crackheads or they've not put it out off of the shelf or what. But one that I know Stuart's a big fan of. I think he said this was his favourite of the disaster movies. I know Roy spoke about it. It's The Towering Inferno. So again, this was priced at 6, but showing online at 8. So when I say made sure, I kind of bought quite a lot of stuff. Picked up a few things that Ollie was looking for on his behalf. Picked up one thing for Marcus from X-File 2708. So didn't really work out in my head. Paid for everything. Got outside. Looked at my receipt on the bus stop because the bus was going to be like 45 minutes. And realised they'd overcharged me. So went back in. Told them the few they'd overcharged me. And they gave me back like a £6 voucher basically. So I've got that to spend next time I go to one. Although, like I say, I'm trying not to buy too much more for the end of the month, rest of the month. But yeah, I heard it's one of the best disaster movies, directed by, I'm assuming it's it's Irwin Allen's production of, let's see if I can find. It's got a all-star cast. Looks like it's from 1974. So 15, moderate violence and threat. Why can I not find it? Starring Fred Astaire, Susan Blakely, Richard Chamberlain, Jennifer Jones, O.J. Simpson, Robert Vaughn, Robert Wagner. Directed by John Guillermin, I guess you pronounce it. But yeah, after watching the Poseidon Adventure, really looking forward to this. I heard Earthquake, the Poseidon Adventure, and the Towering Inferno. I think there's one on an oil rig as well from this kind of time. Irwin Allen production, maybe directed by Irwin Allen. I'm sure Stuart or Roy will tell me in the comments what it's called. But yeah, I really enjoyed the Poseidon Adventure. So this is better than the Poseidon Adventure. Really looking forward to that. It's one of these kind of thin, like, eco cases without as much plastic, which I guess is good for the environment, but it's a bit of a cheapy kind of case. But yeah, glad to actually finally get my hands on this. I've been looking in HMV and things for it, even the HMV in the Vault in Birmingham and the other one in Birmingham, where you thought they'd have a good selection. Didn't find it there. Didn't find it in a few CEXs, and that was kind of the main reason I went to my local CEX in Kingswood, really, as I'd seen they had the Tower and Inferno. Next, I think I spoke about this when I was showing in the pickups, and if you've watched my recent watches, which should be out before this video, September 7. So this is Munich, which is directed by Steven Spielberg, starring, I know it's Eric Bana because I can see him there. See who else it has. Eric Bana, Daniel Craig, Kieran Hines, Matthew Kassovitz, Hans Zitzler, and Jeffrey Rush. Music by John Williams. Yeah, I didn't know this was a Spielberg film for a while, but obviously once I got that 7 September, coincidentally, I think Jodie's Movie Realm was speaking about Munich, and there's another kind of one. But whereas September 7 is showing it all from the media team sort of coverage from their perspective, this is showing it from the team that actually goes in to rescue the Israeli athletes, or try. And I mean, it's quite long. It's 157 minutes. It's gone on 3 hours. Can't say I've ever seen a bad Spielberg film, so sure it'll be interesting. And yeah, then obviously it's the premium collection. So I thought premium collection for £5. Really good value. Not going to lie, I don't know if you can pick it up on there. And hopefully it's a bit of sticker residue rather than it looks like some of the colours come off. I thought for a £5, if it's got a few little scratches, it's not the end of the world. Obviously comes with the Blu-ray. The woman that puts them all in here always seems to... I say put them in the wrong way. This is probably just my personal OCD. I doubt other people really care, but yeah, I always like to have the Blu-ray in before the DVD. Also looks nicer in blue. Yeah, it comes with all the postcards. Looks like they haven't even been opened. Don't really know what you're meant to do with these. Does anyone buy this on holiday and then send a postcard back to their family in Britain saying, wish you were here, having a great time in Barcelona, have a Munich postcard? I don't know, but obviously you get them free. Yeah, not too bad condition, but another nice one to add to the premium collection, £5. I am trying to get all the Spielberg films, so another nice Spielberg one to add. Right, only 2 more. This one, not sure if it's out of print, but not too expensive at £8 for an Arrow. Is, let me actually check what it's called. It's covered Nightmare City. I think, let me just bear with me. I'm going to swap around the artwork because I'm guessing this is the original artwork on the other side. Looks a lot better. The original title is not Nightmare City. That's the English language title. It is City of the Walking Dead, which I guess when you've got City of the Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead, it's probably very similar. That's maybe why they sort of changed the title. But yeah, I prefer this artwork. Yeah, City of the Living Dead, also known as you've hit it now, Nightmare City. So it's a 2-disc version with the Blu-ray and DVD. Comes with a nice little booklet. Yeah, I'll read you this bit because it's not going on too long. I've only got one more to show after this. Now they are everywhere. There is no escape. Long before zombies took up jogging in 28 Days Later and Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead remake, they are brandishing axes and other sharp implements in Umberto Lenzi's utterly insane radiation sickness opus Nightmare City. In true zombie flesh eaters form, our story begins with the arrival of an ominous, seemingly unmanned craft. In this instance, a military plane making an unscheduled landing at a European airport. Upon forcing the aircraft doors open, the waiting soldiers get a nasty shock when outbursts a horde of fleshy hungry. Sorry, easy for me to say. When outbursts a horde of flesh-hungry, pizza-faced radioactive ghouls, the Walking Dead are here and they're hungry. Counting amongst its fans the likes of Quentin Tarantino, great director, terrible actor, and Eli Roth, dubious director, not very good actor. Nightmare City, aka City of the Walking Dead, is a bonkers slice of Italian zombie carnage from the man who shocked the world with the notorious Cannibal Ferox. It's an 93 minutes from 1980. Don't think it was ever a video nasty, although it seems like one that kind of could or should have been. But yeah, Umberto Lenzi's Cannibal Ferox. I think he's done a few others, maybe Man from Deep River, are sort of notorious for their brutality. So sure, this is a gore fest, probably sleazy Italian kind of rip-off. Be surprised if it's as good as Zombie Flesh Eaters. But yeah, £8 for quite a rare one you don't see around on Arrow. Was quite happy to pay that. And yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be probably like a B movie, sort of cheesy, but hopefully you got some real good gore. And yeah, it just sounds wacky. I mean, the fact that, what's it say here? Radiation, yeah, insane radiation sickness, Opus Nightmare City, just sounds like it's going to be sort of schlocky and gory and wild. So yeah, looking forward to that. Hopefully an interesting one. Right, one left, which was my sort of best find. Not only good value at £20 for a limited edition Arrow 4K, but yeah, one I don't really ever see around much is Deep Red. So Dario Argento film. Have watched this. I had it on DVD, sort of some non-bootleg DVD. Then I picked it up on DVD from Arrow, if anyone remembers the old one. I think I traded it in years ago once I got it on this sort of window box style Arrow one. And then yeah, this one I guess I'll be trading in or passing on to somebody. Now I've got this better version. So yeah, it comes with a nice poster, a book as you'd expect, a booklet should I say. Really nice, good condition. It's got all the art cards and stuff, they counted them all. Anybody that's seen this or knows a lot about it, I'm guessing Joshua Fulci fan, probably an expert on Dario Argento films. It's got the original version and the export version. So if you know which is the better version to watch, actually one's 127 and one's 105. So I always go for the longer one, assuming it's got it's not cut and things. Maybe the other version's got gore cut out of. But yeah, big fan of not just Dario Argento, Suspiria, an absolute masterpiece of colour and brilliant soundtrack. I've only got that on DVD. I do need to upgrade that to 4K. But yeah, I enjoy Tenebrae. Most of his horrors, but this is known as a giallo. And obviously I'm trying to get into giallos. Stuart gave me the Blood and Black Lace and the Case of the Scorpion Tail. Then I've got Don't Torture a Duckling. So yeah, gradually building up my giallo collection. But yeah, it seemed a good price because most of the Arrow 4K just on like a single disc like this, you're paying like £20 or so just for that version. So yeah, to get the big sort of box with all the stuff in good condition, yeah, really happy with that. So yeah, let me know if you know a bit more information about which cut to watch. But yeah, probably go for the longer one. But yeah, it was sort of up on the shelf behind the till. Asked the lady so if I could have a look at it. Expected it to be battered or missing some stuff at £20, but no, all in good condition, so happy with that. Have seen it, but I'm talking, yeah, probably going on 20 years ago, so let me know if you know a bit more about Deep Red. I think Tenebrae was a video nasty. I don't think Deep Red was on the video nasty list. Yeah, that's everything I've got from CEX. Oh, nearly forgot. I'll just show these ones quickly. Obviously, if you've watched the Second Sight pickups, then you would have seen Dog Soldiers 4K Second Sight limited edition sent by Ash from Popcorn and Horror. I say sent, obviously I did pay him for it. Good value he sold it to me for. Posted it free, should I say. So yeah, thank you Ash. Won't get it all out, but yeah, really nice set. Obviously I collect a lot of these. Oh, nearly fell down. Limited edition Second Sight, so happy to have that. And then being Ash, he threw a few surprises into the box, which I wasn't expecting, but I'm grateful for. And kind of on top here, because I was speaking recently about how I'd seen the first Mission Impossible, but couldn't really remember it. Watched it at a party sleepover kind of thing, like 20, no, it must be more than that, 25 years ago, maybe more, when we was like teenagers. Haven't seen any of the others, but when we went to see Sinners, I did see the trailer for the newest one. Looked really good, looked quite sort of dark, and he like put his like metal mask on him, and yeah, it looked like it was going down a darker kind of route than these other ones. But yeah, I heard they're all entertaining films, and I did say in another recent video, I think it was the Pickups one, that I've not really seen too many Tom Cruise films. I think he's a good actor and a brilliant stuntman, but it's just not a lot of his films have sort of interested me. So yeah, Ash very kindly sent me this Tom Cruise Mission Impossible box set, which comes with Mission Impossible MI2, Mission Impossible 3 or MI3, and then Ghost Protocol. And Ash, being the man he is, has got them all in order, so I appreciate that. And yeah, if you get them off CEX or maybe somebody else, you know, they'll have Mission Impossible 3 at the start and the one filed. But yeah, I like to file things in numerical alphabetical order. That's just part of my OCD. But yeah, really nice big box. So now I can finally get on. You know, if I had the first Mission Impossible, I'd watch that, but then I've got to go and seek out the rest. So I think these are all of them up to date until the newest one comes out. So thank you for that, Ash. Not sure what's the next. This 2015 or 2018. So yeah, I think after those four, the next one was Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. And then Mission Impossible Fallout. So yeah, that was 2018. That was 2015. Let's see who directs these. Right, I'll end the video soon. I'm not going to let it go over 30 minutes. Right, directed. I can never find the bloody directors on these things. Can't see on the first one. Second one is directed by John Woo, who does Hard Boiled, one of the best action films I've ever seen. Third one is directed by J.J. Abrams. Haven't seen the Star Trek films, but I love Super 8, kind of throwback to like 80s Spielberg. And then fourth one, can't see the director on that. I'm sure somebody will let me know in the comments. Sure, Ollie will know. Like I said before, he's the Oracle. This one directed by Christopher McQuarrie. These kind to show you sort of normally where you'd expect to find the actors, directors, and all the credits. Whereas this being like a big box doesn't have as much information on the back. It's the first one directed. No, not Steven Soderbergh. I'm thinking of the first Ocean's 11. Oh, and this is also written and directed by Christopher McQuarrie. Let me just check I haven't mixed them up again. No. So yeah, looking forward to watching those. So yeah, it might turn me into a bit more of a Tom Cruise fan. And yeah, it'd be good to not only get all of the Mission Impossibles watched and up to speed on them, but then yeah, if I do want to go and watch the newest one at the cinema, then I'll actually know what's going on. As yeah, when I did see number one, it was an entertaining film. I did like it. It's just a series I haven't gone back to. You know, this many films to watch and this many films we're all picking up all the time. It's hard to get everything watched, but in my kind of taste, you know, if I only can watch one film, I'd usually go for like a weird surreal David Lynch or an underground Japanese film or an obscure horror than some of these kind of mainstream sort of action, mystery, adventure kind of films, I guess you call them. But yeah, looking forward to watching those. So yeah, thank you, Ash. I'll obviously tag Ash's channel in the title and then in the description. So yeah, go and check Ash out. Sure, everybody knows him. Not only a really good guy and a good friend, talk a lot in the WhatsApp group. Well, two WhatsApp groups, the Movie Looms and the Laws of Darkness. But yeah, got a really good channel, really sort of relaxing, sedate voice, really good videos, interesting content. He's recently started editing a bit and got a microphone. So his videos are always good quality before, but yeah, he's putting in a bit more work and it does show. So yeah, well done, Ash, on your recent content. Really interesting. And yeah, Ash, one of my sort of favourite guys in the community. So yeah, thank you for those, Ash. I'm sure I'll be sending you something again soon to repay you back. I think that's everything. So yeah, I'm going to end the video now. So there's no, what do you call it, like mic drop, sudden ending. That confuses everybody. So yeah, thank you for watching. Not going to be picking up anything for a while. Probably going to be another week at least till I've got my recent watches. So only recently showed the second sight update on my new cabinet. So yeah, don't think I can think of any content I've got coming out soon. So yeah, might not. Obviously, I'll upload this in a few days. So yeah, once I upload this in say 2 or 3 days, it'll probably be another 5 days or so till I get another video out. So look forward to that if you do. All right, thank you everybody. Bye.